Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Linux Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on ICP. Wanted to do a quick update on this. I saw some momentum earlier this morning. I mean, if you look at the price, it doesn't necessarily look that way, but still, I do think that there's some potential. I mean, ICP at this moment, when we talk about it, it's technically still bearish. All right, what you see right now is that we're still trending down. So far, we're just respecting the downtrend as well. So like I said, at this moment, technically, it's still bearish. But I do think, and we'll talk about that later in the video as well. But I saw some momentum coming in earlier. Overall, excuse me, I'm still a little bit sick, so there's like a cough that almost has to come out when I talk. But the total value locked of the network has increased quite a lot as well. I always think, I mean, if you look at the total value locked for ICP, it's always a bit weird. There's a lot of crashes, a lot of spikes, and there's something going on here which I cannot explain. But at this moment, it's relatively high, so we might get some momentum from that as well. And apart from that, even though it's much too early to really talk about that, what we saw earlier this morning, and that is relevant, all right? Because if you look at, which I'll tell you what is relevant in a moment. But if you look at ICP right now, ICP is still for 70% correlated to Bitcoin. So if you want to know what ICP is doing, and especially also what it can do, you also need to know what Bitcoin is doing. All right, and Bitcoin was showing some momentum earlier this morning. Right now it has cooled down, but that could still continue. And if that continues, I think ICP has potential. And I'll tell you why. And that's also the key reason why I wanted to make a video on ICP. All right, so what you can see for ICP right now, and that's what I think is most interesting, is that the momentum right here is slowly building up. And this has been going on for for 24 hours now. That you can see that this open interest right here is slowly building up. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't necessarily mean anything. All right, except for the fact that volatility is coming, but it's not a guarantee that we're going to get bullish volatility. All right, because if you look at the CVD since that moment, what you can see is that the CVD has been relatively flat. All right, now if these were mostly long orders, the CVD would be positive. And then at the same point of time, in that period of time, we saw the spot price, or at least the spot buying and selling, the spot CVD, we saw that drop down, which is bearish. All right, so I don't think that there's anything bullish yet about ICP, but what we do see is that there's some momentum building up. So I do think you need to be ready for some sort of momentum, especially if Bitcoin continues some sort of recovery here. Because if Bitcoin continues that recovery, that means due to the correlation that ICP also gets some more bullish momentum. And what I think you need to watch is this level right here. All right, so if you zoom in, you have this very strong resistance level. It's 14.2 around that level. And there you have the trend line, you have the 200 EMA, and it's also historically, as you can see, very often a strong resistance level. So that's the main level I think you need to watch. All right, if the momentum continues to increase like this, and we also get some sort of further recovery from Bitcoin, then what can happen is that ICP breaks above that level. And if we can get a break above that level, so a real break above and a retest. All right, so if we can actually get a break above that level, just had a bit of a coughing attack, which hopefully I edited out. But if we can break above that level, that's interesting. All right, but like I said, for that to happen, we first of all need to see the momentum continue to increase, and we need a more bullish Bitcoin, a Bitcoin at least above 58,000. Right, but that's the main opportunity. If none of those things happen, so if we don't get more momentum, and if Bitcoin stays relatively quiet here, we'll just respect it as resistance and drop back down towards 12.5 and $12. I don't think necessarily we'll drop down much lower. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.